Good evening, coin operators. I just came back from a wonderful outing. It was a 4-day weekend. There's a lot of drinking, and not a lot of me telling you how good it was or how good it could have been. And so now I'm here in my kitchen, high on the fumes of good times with good friends, and thinking we were going to try to make Wednesday the wine day. I'm thinking wine dump wine. Well, we'll think of something clever, involving the word dump, because I've got a whole pile of wine I need to get through in a short amount of time. Wine time, dumping time on Wednesday. Well, we'll figure it out. But what we won't do is drink Beringer Main and Vine Cabernet if we're trying to taste something that tastes like it's worth more than $5. I mean, yeah, this was $5, and it definitely tasted like it was worth $5. I'd say the same thing about Barefoot Cabernet Sauvignon. I mean, these are, I think, the once upon a time that you got the phrase $2 or $3 chuck, and now it's become kind of $5 chuck. These are the wines that are full of sulfates, and again, they're drinkable, but let's be honest, they really are the Bud Lights and Miller High Lifes of wine. There's something that you have just for the flavor without any kind of actual experience of drinking it. It doesn't pair especially well or poorly with anything else. Now, all these like gold medals. That's when I see like these, wine. I mean, winning awards among who? I mean, because I am not a wine snob. I cannot tell the difference between a $20 and a $50, for instance. I simply can say whether you have a $5 that tastes like an $8, or whether you have maybe an $8 that tastes like a $20. But what I can say is that this one, again, this one was a little better. Twisted was a little better. It didn't quite have that overly generic feel to it. But let's see, go over to the other pile here. I'm just stacking up my wine bottles that I've had over the past couple of weeks. And again, why I like to do is why I like to accumulate it, not just digest it in my liver, but in my mind, and see, do they inspire memory? And really the only thing I can think that would suggest the Twisted Cab is that it had a wonderful wine-colored lid. The only thing I would think that would suggest the Beringer is that it had one of those fun uncork and win cheesy, tacky promos. And this stuff, I thought like, oh, it's a La Vie Femme. It's like, ooh, it's French. Maybe it won't taste like preservatives. No, it tasted just like sweet plain preservatives. Contains. Where is it? Let's see if we can get it on there. Yes, contains sulfites. Let's see if it'll zoom in there. But yeah, right there on the barcode, and from all of these, pretty much anything that costs less than $10 is going to tell you that, because it's made in these huge vats and distributed in huge quantities to people at large who, quite often like myself, just don't need their wine to taste fantastic all the time. They just want some wine with cheese or wine with pasta or what have you. Now we take maybe 2 steps up. I think more like 1 step up with something like Apothic Crush. It tastes good. It tastes like wine that doesn't have sulfites in it. Let's see if this one does. It doesn't say that it does, and I hope it's one of those things where you don't, where it's like if you have it, you have to tell people, not a matter of, we didn't say we didn't have sulfites in it kind of thing. But the Apothic series is pretty popular. Again, it's that whole phenomenon of second cheapest wine. You're not buying the $5 wine, you're buying the $8 wine. So you get to feel a little classy, and it does have more complexity of flavor. So it's worth it. But just because it has more complexity of flavor doesn't mean that its flavor really costs. Because sometimes it's not $8. They'll take you out for $12 or so on for the bottle, and it's good, but it's not twice as good. It's 50% as good, but definitely not 200% as good when it comes to the costs. Now here's the part of the show Not where I embarrass myself, but where I specifically, intentionally humble myself. There's a difference between the two. Real sangria. Now, I've tasted some sangrias that are noticeably good, but all sangria is garbage, punch, Kool-Aid, tacky, terrible stuff to drink. It is my true guilty pleasure because I enjoy drinking it, even though I know it's bad. It's not a thing that people should be drinking on a regular basis if they have any intention of leading a long, healthy life. But if you like it anyway, despite all those things, the real I think Cruz Garcia is what this one's called. Oh man, just chug it like a filthy bastard all day long. I can do that with sangria. And we've hit the 5-minute mark, so I'm going to leave the other things for another video. Thank you for joining me on my wine dump, coin operators. I'm going to try referring to you all as my coin operators when you put in the coin. And again, I got sick. I went on vacation, but we'll be getting more updates on a regular basis and all that good stuff. Keep drinking the good stuff.